Oh, hello. Commander has become the most popular format in Magic the Gathering, and every year a brand new deluge of new commanders enters the format. Some become extremely popular, while others fall to the wayside. Well, here at the Tolarian Community College, however, we believe that all potential commanders are worthwhile, so long as you enjoy playing them. And yet, there is a tendency to see the same commanders across the table over and over again, no matter where you play, and this can be tiresome to say the least. Oh, hey, it's Atraxa again, and Muldrotha. Niv Mizzet, eh? Aren't you the trendsetter? While building these commanders is just fine, we know that there are many of you out there looking for something different, something unique, something unconventional. Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, what are some fun out-of-left-field commanders I can build around and still win with? Presented here are 5 of the more unconventional commander choices to help you enjoy some truly unique gameplay experiences. Let us begin our tour of the unconventional with Nemata, Grove Guardian. Nemata, Grove Guardian is a 4/5 legendary tree folk that allows us to sacrifice saprolings to empower our other saprolings. I know what you're thinking, saproling tribal? How very droll. No, aristocrats. Aristocrats? But this is Nemata, Grove Guardian, who's in mono green and all the best aristocrats pieces are in black. Well, yes, that is true, but that doesn't mean we can't build a deck that cares about creatures dying. Draw a bunch of cards off your souped up saprolings with greater good. Power up Nemata or some other big creature with Death's Presence. Go digging for said big creature with Jar of Eyeballs. And maybe that big creature is a Mycoloth, which, get this, gives you even more saprolings. I grant you none of these are great ways to close out the game, but green has plenty of mass empowerment effects like Triumph of the Hordes and Craterhoof Behemoth, for those who insist on a more conventional win. So why not build a weird, silly shell around them that grants us plenty of card advantage and complicated play patterns? Nemata Grove Guardian can do just that, all while garnering befuddled looks from our opponents. And in the end, isn't that the real victory? But what sort of commander strategy does one associate with mono blue? Artifacts? Control? Mill? Well, yes. But those all sound far too conventional to me, however. How about Voltron? Blue is known for its big attackers, right? Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp, is a 5/6 flying Djinn for 4 generic and 2 blue. But he has the ability to cast for 3 generic and 1 blue, so long as you tap an untapped artifact you control. Notably, this ability does not get around commander tax, but it does make him act more like a 4-mana commander than a 6-mana commander, which is nice. Voltron's strategies often rely on equipment, which are artifacts Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp can tap to reduce his casting cost without any downside. Pair him up with all the usual favorites: Swiftfoot Boots, Commander's Plate, Shadow's Spear, Sword of this and that, and the other thing too. So many swords. How about some angelic armaments to go with that? Okay, wait, no, probably not that last one. Even so, there are plenty of great equipment cards out there. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty gave us Acquisition Octopus and the Reality Chip, which are both fun and interesting pieces of tech to combine with Zahid. Since we're in mono blue, why not throw in some counterspells to further protect our commander? Turn Aside and Intervene both cost but a single blue mana, and while they are no swan song when it comes to protecting your Voltron commander, they are still very efficient. Blue is conventionally seen as the most reactive, least proactive color in Magic the Gathering. But we are here to defy convention after all. Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp, does just that. Move aside, Boros, your time in the sun is over. Mono blue is the new way to do Voltron. We've covered Voltron and aristocrats, so how about an unconventional life gain commander? Linden, the Steadfast Queen, is a 3/3 human noble with vigilance for 3 white mana that reads, whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. How very mono white. Even so, Linden defies convention in that her life gain strategy isn't built around some combo like Heliod Suncrowned and Walking Ballista, or Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose and Exquisite Blood. blood. Nope, Linden the Steadfast Queen wants to go wide to gain life. Yes, Aether Flux Reservoir is a good choice here, but let's look at some other payoffs. Ones that fit better with our commander's combat-oriented theme. Resplendent Angel is a fantastic choice, as it not only cares about us gaining life, but even gives us more creatures to swing in and gain life off of. Sigarda's Splendor gives us an extra card every turn, assuming our life total keeps on increasing, a likely proposition with Linden. Archangel of Thune permanently boosts our whole team each time we gain life. So when paired with Linden, your army of 5/1/1s becomes a force to be reckoned with on one attack. Linden, the Steadfast Queen, also gives us access to some fun alternate win conditions. My favorite of them is Angel of Destiny, which reads, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. And at the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 more life than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attacked this turn loses the game. Getting to 15 more life than your starting life total is a cakewalk with Linden, so why not swing in and kill with Angel of Destiny? Many Magic the Gathering players dismissed Linden the Steadfast Queen when she premiered in Throne of Eldraine. And while she may not be as flashy as some other commander royalty in the set, she can still make for a fun and unexpected powerhouse. Next up, let's sling some spells, shall we? Radha, Heir to Keld, is a 2/2 elf warrior for a green and a red that adds 2 mana every time she attacks. She can also tap to add a single green. Now, the sort of deck we're going to build around Radha is Spell Slinger, specifically big instants with X in their casting cost. Cloth's Will can be a powerful board wipe, either dealing damage to creatures without flying or destroying artifacts and enchantments equal to the X. Commune with Lava gives us enormous card selection, exiling X cards and allowing us to cast them until the end of our next turn. Lunar Frenzy allows us to dump mana into powering up Radha herself, giving her +X/+0, First Strike, and Trample. Comet Storm can deal a boatload of damage to any number of targets, so long as its kicker cost is paid. Instants are necessary here because the mana Radha produces when she attacks disappears before blockers are declared. There is, however, a way to get around this. Leyline Tyrant is Radha's best friend, as it makes it so that you don't lose red mana as steps and phases end. Radha, Heir to Keld, is a 2-mana commander, so she has the potential to make quite a lot of mana throughout the course of a game. Making sure you can use it is of utmost importance. Land destruction, mass sacrifice, resource denial. Are these not the things Commander players dream of? Absolutely. In their nightmares. Sorry, I had a little thing in my throat there. But what if all those things are attached to a ferocious demon certain to put a swift end to the game? Well, they probably still hate it. Too bad, we're talking about it anyway. Rakdos the Defiler is the original Rakdos card, and he is as fearsome as his reputation would have you believe. Not only is he a 7/6 with flying and trample, but whenever he deals combat damage to a player, they must sacrifice half of all their non-demon permanents, rounded up. Unfortunately, whenever Rakdos the Defiler attacks, their controller must do the same. That is a heavy price to pay, but we're going to, and it's gonna be great. You know a great way to not have to sacrifice your permanents with Rakdos? By making sure those permanents are demons. Varragoth, Bloodsky Sire. Master of Cruelties, Sire of Insanity, Harvester of Souls, Archfiend of Despair. Yes, yes, dear mortal, sell your soul to us for unlimited power. Sorry, there it goes again. Anyhow, the way to make this deck really shine is with a bunch of ritual effects. Dark Ritual, Seething Song, and other instants and sorceries that net you mana without sticking around to be sacrificed to Rakdos the Defiler are key to making this strategy work. Demons do tend to be large and expensive after all. While our army of murderous fiends should probably prove up to the task of eliminating our opponents, Liliana's Contract seems like a good backup plan. This commander skirts the edge of the taboo in Commander, even crosses it, and does so in magnificent style. Now, if that's not in flavor, I don't know what is. So to you I say, defy convention and decency with Rakdos the Defiler. So those are the Tolarian Community College's picks for unconventional commanders, but now I want to hear from you. If you have some recommendations for some overlooked commanders and strategies, please be sure to tell me in the comments below. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. Remember, whether you're playing Commander or Standard or Pioneer, or just picking up a pack of Magic the Gathering cards or a few accessories, when it is possible, where it is reasonable to do so, try and spend that money at your local game store. You're supporting your Magic community.